Good morning and a very warm welcome to all of you on our session this morning. As you may be aware, we are having three sessions every day for seekers who want to understand the basics of Sahaja Yoga and want to go deeper just from a perspective of learning what is Sahaja Yoga and what to expect and then how to differentiate from others because there's so many out there. There are many basic questions in our minds and to answer those questions, we have started these sessions for new seekers to learn about Sahaja Yoga. And these sessions are daily thrice, one in the morning at 8 a.m., like this one in the afternoon at 4:15, and the third one in the evening at 7:45 p.m. And all of these sessions are in Hindi. Only this one on Sunday morning we started in English. So this is for seekers who requested to understand in English. So I apologize in advance to those who have joined and do not understand English. I request you to attend any of the other sessions. Also, the sessions recordings are available as well, so you can easily go and listen and learn. Apart from these three, we have one more session daily at 5:30 p.m. For seekers who have now understood the basics, understand the Chaitanya, the meditations and chakras and all of that, want to go deeper into meditation, they can do that by joining that session. Again, it's being held daily, both on the Zoom link and the YouTube channel. So today's session will also be a little bit different, but it's just because we'll use some slides and we'll talk more about how the young are today facing challenges and why they should benefit from meditation. We'll just briefly have a small discussion, go through the slides very quickly, talk about our internal support systems, and then we'll go for a meditation session and a self-realization experience right here in the next 40-45 minutes. So it is something that is going to be very quick, but there are lots of things to learn and understand in such a way, which you can do later on. Also, if you have any questions or you want to talk to us, you can do that by, in the end, you can join the Zoom link and have a discussion, or you can write your questions on the YouTube chat. We'll try to answer them at the end of the session. So just to give you a brief introduction of what is Sahaja Yoga. Sahaja Yoga is nothing new. It's the same old methodology that has been there in our great country of seeking something high, of seeking something divine. And we have had this heritage of great sages, rishis, munis, sadhus, and peer, fakir, and so many of them, and incarnations and gurus, real ones, that have come on this earth and have talked about right from Kabira to Nanaka to Tukaram, so many. They have openly talked about finding yourself, abating, without realizing the self. This drum kick, I guess the Nanak Sahib says, doesn't go away. It's been talked in many forms and shapes. And that is what is yoga, the union with the divine. Shree Mataji Nirmala Devi, whose photograph you can see behind me, started Sahaja Yoga in 1917. And she found out a way for the household people like us to get our self-realization, something that had been unheard of in the past. And that is how it became Sahaj. It's simple, it's spontaneous, it happens on its own, but it's the greatest thing that we can ask for. Sahaja, it's something that is Saha means with, Ja means born. It's born with us, it's built in for all of us. And the only thing is that we have to get it. Sahaja Yoga is, there's no certification that now you have got it. You yourself experience it. You know the Chaitanya coming in it. So it is completely scientific. But it's about how we practice it because there's no membership, there's nothing to pay for it. It's completely free of cost, available to all of us, completely freely. So when something is so freely available, one does not really sometimes even understand the manual. But it's about experiencing it and bringing it into our life daily and seeing the benefits. To talk about the benefits of Sahaja Yoga is equivalent to talking about the benefits of connecting with the divine, because that is what we are talking about here. It improves all aspects of our life. So we think of meditation as something that just gives you peace of mind. But that's not it. It's a complete well-being that we are talking about. And that is what one can achieve by daily practicing meditation, just 5 to 10 minutes in the morning and in the evening, and doing collective meditation as well. And it's all again free of cost. So, how was something that was considered so difficult that we have heard of Rishi Muni doing this for hundreds of years? How is that possible for us? How can this truly be something like this? So, the answer to that question is that the time has come for something like this to happen. And this time has been promised and talked about in many scriptures. And we've heard of, if you have not heard of them, this is something that has been promised 14,000 years ago by Markandeya, who's the father of astrology, said such and such time will come, and today's modern times calendars convert to those times. It's been many scriptures have talked about resurrection and a future time when somebody will come and give this to us. The problem is that we don't know how to recognize something has come. We don't even know what to expect when something like this happens to us. And those are the main challenges. What we'll do is just for 10 odd minutes, we'll go through some slides. And some of these things we'll try to cover and answer the questions. The slides talk more about how the young people are also struggling. And that's really, it's everything that is there about the young stands true for all of us. So let's just go with the flow of the slides. And then we'll talk about, at the end, the subtle system, and then go for meditation. So we did talk about the name Sahaja, but what is it that we are saying here? We are talking about, because everybody's in stress today, some or the other stress, unnecessary. So talking about and getting a total well-being. It's not just one aspect, as you said. It's the complete well-being. And how can a complete well-being happen? It can only happen if we go to the roots and treat the tree from the roots. Cannot happen outside. Actually, nothing can be done from the outside. It's only superficial. So to change ourselves, to become better, to get something higher, we have to go to our roots and get an inner transformation. Today, everybody is in a lot of stress, aggressive environment, competition all around, so much pressure to prove yourself. Recently, all of this NEET exams have also shown so much stress students are going under. And the which college I get into, what will be my career, will I succeed, what will people think of me, what my family thinks of me, and then I have to show myself and prove myself. Even in getting after jobs, people are working very hard to prove and get the promotions. And oh, once I have this much, I'll get a house and then this and that. Just never ends. You have to save for a future. It is a sort of a never-ending thing. But for young who are just grown out of colleges and schools and all of that, it's a growing thing. It's very competitive environment is creating a lot of problems in their heads. They're all the time thinking. If you think too much, you are under stress, you are not attentive, you even then perform way worse compared to others, and you start becoming restless and impatient and negative. Such people are not enjoying their lives fully. There's a big gap between how they think and the others times. And that's how when the older people talk to them, they feel that these guys are not even listening. Effect of stress is something that is very well now researched upon and established through many research papers. It's something that was not so common earlier. And how it relates to our lifestyle is something that people are talking more and more. So people have started understanding that we are one whole being. When Shree Mataji started Sahaja in 1970, she laid out the exact type of diseases that people get into because of the type of thinking and lifestyle and all of that. Now, many of that has been researched upon and verified. So it's the cause and effect of how we live. Whatever we do in life has an effect on us. Could be mental, physical, emotional, something to do with family and all of that. So all of the stress that is built around in the current environment, which was not there earlier, it's growing and growing and growing. This is creating more and more actual physical problems for us, even mental problems. So some of the diseases mentioned here, diabetes, hypertension, loss of appetite, constipation. These are just a very, very little few. There are many others. I'm sure many of us listening to this would know of more diseases. Go to the doctors today with anything small, they say, oh, it's your lifestyle, stress. Everybody's talking about stress. So loss of sleep is again something very common today. People are taking pills every day to sleep. And this is easily curable in Sahaja. Many of these things are, in fact, cured in Sahaja. Smoking, drinking, drugs, these are sort of things that have really taken a grip on the young people today. And it's very, very worrying. And if you think about it, why people do this? One is to just gel well with my peers, because what will they think of me? I'm not cool enough or something like that. And other than that, it's actually also the stress. So it's all the environment to blame. Right? And because you are working so hard, you are thinking so much, you are planning and worried, you have to just get out of this mad race sometimes. And for doing that, people take to these things. And it slowly, gradually becomes very, very, a very worrying aspect of life. And something needs to be done because very young people are taking to drugs today as well. One other aspect very worrying is depression. And very young school going kids today are talking about this, which is again extremely worrying. It, as a society, as the folks who have developed so much technology and so much advancements we have uh, through so many of our efforts, we need to think about what is it that we are building for the young. If they are talking about depression, something really need to be done about it. So we are told, sometimes when we are stressed and worried, we are counseled by someone, oh, it's not important. All of this is just, it's okay. Whatever you do and achieve, it's good enough. Don't take stress. Just live your life. Be yourself. And it's okay. All of that is God is given to us. But then as soon as you step out, you see something, you hear of your friends or something of that sort, these things again pop up and you have to just get into it again. And you start thinking about what you have achieved and all of that comparison comes. So it's not easy to get out of this. That's why it's called a Maya Jal. So it's the Maya. So how to remove the stress? Many things people try, and even exercising sometimes because you stop thinking. When you stop thinking, you are not stressed. So that's why people take to jogging and exercising, because in the physical activity of it, of putting that pressure, you have to focus there. At times, this also has a bad thing, even exercising. Why? Because let's say there's somebody who's working very hard in their offices and thinking too much, planning too much. So they're using their Pingla Nadi, the right channel, a lot. This is all done by our internal subtle systems. That is what is powering what we do. We are using one aspect of our being too much. And that same aspect, in fact, is responsible for all our physical actions. It again can go into a very bad shape and can lead to heart attacks. That is why we have heard of people getting very successful CEOs and entrepreneurs getting heart attacks while leading a very physically fit and perfect healthy diet and all of that. So I'm not saying we shouldn't exercise. We should definitely do some exercises and do it in a balanced way. Indian classical art forms have a great effect, positive effect on our being because they've been made by people who are realized souls and they knew how, what ragas affect what are chakras and all of that. That knowledge has been there. But again, it's something that is temporary. What is the permanent solution? That is meditation. And that is the reason why so many of us are talking about meditation, something higher. So many people from so many countries are coming to India, as we're called as the Yoga Bhumi, the land of yoga. And they're searching for something higher here, unfortunately getting misled into many wrong things that have come up in the name of meditation. And a question is to be asked that so many organizations and gurus that have come up, been jailed and been, so many things have been given to their name for so many wrong things going on under their names. One should ask that how is this possible? And how does one understand? Here again, there's a lot of confusion. So the world is full of confusion everywhere. And the reason is we have forgotten our great heritage. We do not know what to expect when we meditate. So many people come to us and they talk about, I've been meditating myself, but unfortunately it doesn't work out. So then we ask, what do you do in meditation? They say that, oh, I concentrate here and I try to just go blank, no thoughts. Or somebody says, I chant mantras or some breathing exercise, pranayama, etc. People think is meditation. So, or could be something else, which I'm not probably aware of. But all of this, if you think about it, is not something higher than what a human being is capable of. This is all either physical or mental levels. Meditation is a state that you achieve when you are beyond all of this. You are beyond this mind, this body. Your thinking stops because you are in a thoughtless awareness situation. And that is when you achieve silence inside. It's not done through any of our efforts, unfortunately. It is a state to be achieved. And it's a state where we grow in our awareness. We achieve that last leg of our evolutionary process that is still left out. Many times one can, wonder and look at the newspapers. Any day you pick it up and you're just left aghast how human beings can be so horrible as well. And we are the epitome of God's creation. And He's made us so beautifully, so much higher than all other beings out there. How is it that we are capable of such bad things? Because we have yet to take that last leap and achieve our self-realization. And that is the evolutionary process. In every evolution, even as human beings, we have achieved a lot. Collectively, we know so much. What's right, what's wrong, art, science, philosophy, religion, so many things have come in our awareness, in our consciousness. This last breakthrough and jump is also going to happen in our awareness. And that is what is self-realization, achieving the higher self. And that is the goal of our being. So we say that meditation is being in the present. Why? Because you're all the time thinking. If you are beyond thoughts, you are in present. What are you thinking about? Only two things. It's something that has happened, something that is going to happen. Even sitting down here, listening to the session, you might be thinking, oh, I should have done this yesterday, or months ago, years ago, or my forefathers, or the history of humanity. Similarly, on the future side, one thing keep on thinking. And we just keep on thinking, we don't even know 24 hours. We are thinking, jumping from the cusp of one thought to the other one, rises, that is now dropped, the other one rises, drops. We don't even know we have jumped from one to the other. So there's no peace. It only comes in when there's a pause, there's a vilam. That is where we are in meditation. So, what is the benefit of Sahaja Yoga? Just when we started the session, we talked about it briefly. And there's really a lot to talk about. But what we'll do is just spend a few minutes here on this subtle system. And then we'll go for meditation. I'm sure many of us have seen this chart by now. It's very commonplace, and people have heard of all the chakras and all of that. But what I'll do is just in a few minutes briefly discuss this. When we were in our mother's womb, all of us, the power that created us, you may call it by whatever name you like, but that divine power, the godly power that gave us life, it entered through the top of our brain here. It's called as the fontanelle bone area. So in very small children, if you've seen newly born ones, it's a very soft spot, even pulsates at times, because the energy entered from this area. And our brain, being a prism-shaped entity, it refracts into three parts. The one coming from the right goes to the left, which is shown in the blue color. It's called as the Ida Nadi, the channel of the moon, channel of all our desires, all our emotions. Our emotions, desires, all of that emanate from this channel. This is also the channel of our past. So people who are thinking too much of the past all the time are on this channel. People who are very emotional are on this channel too much. Similarly, the one coming from the left going to the right in yellow is called as the Pingla Nadi, the sun channel, the channel of our action, physical action, mental action, everything. So people who are thinking of the future a lot, because this channel of future are on this channel. People who work too much, think too much, plan too much in offices are on this channel too much. Going to any extremes, as we talked earlier as well, has bad effects on us, even physically, mentally, emotionally. The one in the center is called as the Sushumna Nadi. This is the channel for our energy inside to rise. This is the channel of the present. This is the channel of the balance. And on this, you can see these flower-like things. These are called as chakras. You can call them as energy centers, whatever name you like. These are responsible for all our organs in those areas. And even medically, many of the plexuses and glands are on these spots exactly. They're also the crossing points of thousands of channels, nadis, in our body. These chakras and nadis are the root. So when we started, we talked of going to the roots and treating the root. This is the root that we talk of, and they control our complete being. Whatever sort of personality you are, whatever problems or good qualities, and whatever attributes you have as a person are all derived by the permutations and combinations of these chakras and nadis. And all of this is built in. This is how we are made. And once all of this creation is done, the energy comes and settles down. Almost at the end of our spine is a triangular bone called as the sacrum bone. Very interestingly, it is named by the Greeks as sacrum, means something that is sacred, pure. And when the energy comes and settles, it makes coils. Coils in Sanskrit is kundal. And this being our mother energy, she's called as the kundalini. She is our individual mother. Throughout all of her lives, she is our individual mother. And she's with us, knows every single thing about us. And her only goal and aim is to give us our second birth. What is second birth? Is our self-realization. In Sanskrit, a bird is called as Dvijaha and also called as Dijaha, means twice born. Because the bird is first born as an egg and it knows the world as the eggshell all around. But once it breaks through, it really sees for the world what it truly is. Same is the case for us. Up until now, we only know this world as the three dimensions that we see all around. But there is the divine power all around. We have heard of it. In Hindu religion, it is said that Kan Kan mein Bhagwan means every molecule and atom you've got inside. In Bible and in Christianity, it is said that God is omnipresent. So how do we feel that omnipresence? So he is present in the form of Chaitanya, Param Chaitanya, all around us. Awakening of this Kundalini, this mother energy, and awakening through these seven chakras, six chakras, and piercing through the fontanel bone area here, gives us our yoga, our union with the divine. This is how we are connected with the divine, and this is what is to be expected in the name of yoga. And this is the only way, in fact, to connect with the all-pervading power of God. This is how we have been made inside. It's all pre-built for us to achieve. And once this breakthrough happens, this all-pervading power of God starts flowing through us, called as Param Chaitanya. And that Chaitanya then slowly and gradually puts all of our chakras and nadis all right. So this is how many of our problems get cured. Sometimes physical incurable diseases also get cured in Sahaja. But this is all a byproduct of this happening inside. And this is all these problem curation, creation, all this problem, getting out of those physical things is not what we uh, focus upon. The only thing is that we get our self-realization. Post that, once this connection has happened, you feel the peace and bliss yourself, the joy, and you feel these vibrations, this Chaitanya on your hands. You feel it as cool breeze flowing through your palms, coming out, and also from the top of your head here. So we feel it in meditation right now, we'll do. Also, what happens is that whichever chakra is not okay, let's say Vishuddhi chakra, it's shown in the purple color, it's not okay, then I'll feel a little burning on this finger here. So that color coding is given with numbers. If you can see, these particular chakras are on the 5 fingers, 6 and 7, on left and right side, because there are left-right aspects because of the channels of each chakra. And there are many reasons why we feel this. So when we feel little burning or itching sort of sensation on particular finger, that particular chakra is being worked upon by the Kundalini and is being cleared out. And there can be n number of reasons: physical, mental, emotional, even familial, or it can even go as base as monetary and other stuff. All that is bothering us can come out as the chakra crisis. And we feel this in meditation. For the first time, we know what we truly are. Up until now, everything is relative. Anybody can justify anything that we do. So who's to judge? Who's to tell exactly for sure what is right, what is wrong? For example, there's a very egoistical person, who's very maybe successful in life, and that's how dominates everyone. And it's very angry. You can't tell them that, sir, you are very difficult to work with. But then when he meditates and possibly gets his realization, this finger will start burning. And then he will come and ask, he'll know the decoding given says yoga, that it is the Agya chakra. It gets caught up for people who are very egoistic and very angry sort of people all the time. So then he'll see. But just by seeing yourself, you cannot correct. That is not the way, because sometimes people can know for sure what is wrong with them, but they cannot correct themselves. It's the Kundalini mother inside and this Chaitanya that starts flowing that makes this happening possible. And slowly and gradually, we become better and better human beings. So, what else? Because with this Chaitanya, what you can do is help your chakras, put your problems all right yourself, and you can give this to others. You can help others with this Chaitanya flowing through your hands. Also, you can see the vibrations of anybody. For example, today anybody comes and stands in front of you. How will you recognize that this person is divine or a crooked person? They might have just come out of the jail and put up some dresses, and they might entice you and tell you, "Oh, I'm such a great and big person." But you don't know. How will you know? So if you get this self-realization, you can ask about the person. If they are genuinely a divine person, you'll get good breeze coming from them. If they're not, you may get heat and unpleasant sort of sensation on your hands. So it's like that even if God stands in front of us, we don't know how to really recognize. It's a very beautiful line given by Tulsidas. He says that when he's sitting in Chitrakoot putting Chandan Tilak on everybody who's coming, line is there, everybody is coming for a Chandan Tilak. He's put it on Raghubir as well. Sri Ram also came, he put Tilak, and he didn't even know that he's there. So he's trying to tell us that without those eyes and understanding, we cannot recognize. For the first time, we know ourselves and we can know the divine all around. And we get that peace and bliss that we're looking for. We get that beautiful life slowly built up. So there's a lot to talk about other than this in Sahaja. What we'll do is go for the actual meditation session. And there are a few steps to be seen. What you can do is just first see those steps. Later on, we'll do these steps with our eyes closed. So right now, you can do these steps with your eyes open. These steps help out in balancing some of our channels and helping few of our chakras, and then we get what we're looking for. So if you're sitting on the ground, you sit cross-legged, as is shown here. Keep both your palms open in your lap. You sit straight, not very straight, not slouching, just in a normal position. There's anything tight on your body, please loosen it, take it out. There's no need for spectacles, cap, or anything on the wrists, etc. You can take those all out. And if you're sitting on a sofa or a chair, you can sit as is shown here with both of your feet apart on the ground. That is important. And again, both your palms open in your lap. Now, first of all, we'll do a few things to help our channels. We'll put the right hand on the Mother Earth. Right hand on the Mother Earth, left hand open in a lap as it is shown here. And here again, we'll have some prayers. Right hand on the Mother Earth, left hand open in a lap. Next, we'll bring the right hand back into your lap. Put the left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Right hand in a lap. Left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Next, we put both the hands on the Mother Earth. So these are the three steps to help out our channels to be balanced. Next, we'll keep the left hand open as it is in our lap. Left hand open as it is in our lap. Right hand on our heart. Right hand on our heart. We'll press it here. We'll have some prayers in all of these steps. Next, once again, the right hand is to be placed on the forehead. Now, left hand will remain as it is in our lap. Right hand on our forehead placed across and press from both the sides. While pressing, we'll bend our head forward a little. The next step, we'll place this hand at the top of our head. We talked about the fontanel bone area, which was a soft bone where we were kids. You place the center of the palm there and press it hard. Push back your fingers completely. While pressing the palm, we'll move the hand in a clockwise direction while bending our head forward. Pressing the center of the palm on the fontanel bone area and moving in a clockwise direction. Push back your fingers and bend your head forward. After this, we'll see the vibrations, cool breeze, Chaitanya that we talked about coming out of our head. With both the hands, we'll sing. And in the last step, we'll put both of our hands completely up towards the sky. Palms open and head pushed back. We'll have some questions here to ask. Just to reiterate a bit about this Chaitanya that we talked about, we feel it as cool breeze. So, question often pops up: why this cool breeze exactly? So we very clearly talked about Adi Shankaracharya, the first Shankaracharya that came who established the Char Dham and all of that. He wrote a book called Saundarya Lahari, means beautiful vibrations, the name itself. He says when that mother's grace dawns upon us, we feel Salilam Salilam Chaitanya, cool vibrations. In Bible, it is called as cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. In Quran, it is said that when Qiyamah's time will come, resurrection time, you will feel your hands will speak and will give witness against you. So it's very beautifully laid out for us. One other question that may come into our heads right now is that how is this possible so easily? Something so great, something that for which people worked for ages together, lives together, it is said, and then they would get their realization. How is it that I can get it so easily just by these steps? So the answer to that question is it can only happen by somebody who's a realized soul. Shree Mataji Nirmala Devi gave this to us. Her photograph emanates those vibrations that makes this great happening possible inside of us. Shivaji Maharaj the Great once asked his Guru Ramdas Swami, who was a realized soul, that how long does it take for one to get this self-realization? He answered by saying, Tat Shan, it's that very second. You just need someone who can give it and someone who can take it. We just have to be the ones who can take this. We look at Shumataji's photograph with utmost respect. We leave aside all the queries, doubts in our minds for a while. Because if this is so, if this is something so great, we must not miss out on the opportunity. Complete respect and humility, we look at our photograph. The only thought in our minds that I want my self-realization, nothing else. We'll now slowly close our eyes and bring our attention inside. Just see if we can do that. Bring your attention inside. Now we'll do the steps that we had just seen. Put the right hand on the Mother Earth, left hand open in our lap as it is. Right hand on the Mother Earth, left hand open in our lap. Here we have to pray, Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my left channel through the Mother Earth. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my left channel through the Mother Earth. We'll see what is happening on both of our palms as well. Sometimes you feel that something is going from our right hand to the other hand. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my left channel through the Mother Earth. We'll bring the right hand back into your lap. Place the left hand belt from the elbow towards the sky. Right hand in our lap, open. Left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Here we have to pray that Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my right channel through the ether element. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my right channel through the ether element. You see what is happening on both of our palms. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my right channel through the ether element. Now we place both the hands on the Mother Earth once again, both left and right hands on the Mother Earth. And we pray here, Mother, whatever imbalances are still left in my left and right channels, please take them out through the Mother Earth. Mother, whatever imbalances and impurities are still left in my left and right channels, please take them out through the Mother Earth. Shree Mataji, please bring me into complete balance, into the center, into the present. Mother, please bring me into complete balance, into the center, into the present. We'll bring both of our hands back into our lap, keep them open. The next steps, left hand will remain open as it is. We place the right hand on our heart. Right hand we place on our heart and press here so that we feel the heartbeat. In our heart resides the Atma. Atma, which is the reflection of Paramatma inside all of us and is ever witness to whatever that we do. So we have to say a great truth here. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Spirit meaning the Atma. Mother, I am nothing else but the pure spirit. And this is a fact. Because whatever we think of this mind, body, thoughts, desires, personality, this life that we know of, all of this is momentary. The only eternal thing is the Atma inside of us. So we say with full confidence, Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am nothing else but the pure spirit. Now, we have to forgive ourselves. We hold ourselves contempt, in contempt of many things and feel guilty all the time. Feeling guilty is very detrimental to feeling the Chaitanya on our palms. Because one of our chakras gets caught up and we do not feel the Chaitanya. So we have to say, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Whatever you may have done, leave it to the divine lotus feet of the Almighty Lord, who's the ocean of love and forgiveness. You say with full confidence that, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Mother, I am not guilty at all. Now we bring this right hand to our forehead and place it across like we would in a headache and press from both the sides. Right hand on our forehead, pressing from both sides. Bend our head forward. Here we have to forgive everyone. And really, without remembering anybody or anything in particular, just forgive. Say, Mother, I forgive everyone. Mother, I forgive everyone, myself included. Just give a blanket forgiveness. Forget about everything. Do not think of anybody or anyone. Just forgive. Mother, I forgive everyone. Forgive myself too. O God Almighty, knowingly or unknowingly committed any mistakes against you, please forgive me. O God Almighty, knowingly or unknowingly I have made any mistakes against you, please forgive me. Now you can bring this right hand back into your lap, rest it for a few seconds. You can raise the right hand at the top of our head now and place the center of the palm, the fontanelle bone area, and push back your fingers so that the palm is pressed upon the fontanelle bone area. The top of our head is also soft bone when you are kids. And we'll move the hand slowly in a clockwise direction. Slowly in a clockwise direction while bending our head forward. And we'll keep moving this while we pray here. This is the spot, this is the place where we have to ask for ourselves like humbly, we have to request for it. Without us asking for it, we cannot get it. So we have to say, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, may I please have my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please give me my yoga, my union with the divine. Mother, please give me my Atma Sakshatkar. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, may I please have my self-realization. You stop moving the hand and bring it back into your lap. Keep both your hands open in your lap and attention where the hand was. For a few seconds now, we'll sit in meditation. You can slowly raise both of our palms up from our lap, up to our heart level, and keep them open, fingers outstretched. See from the center of the palm, is there a cool breeze coming out in one hand or both the hands? Could also be hot, just have to watch it. It is a very subtle feeling, so we'll look at it minutely. It is there. Now we bring the attention to the tips of our fingers. One or the other finger we may have itching or burning or an ant crawling sort of sensation. These are the particular chakras that are being worked upon. It's maybe in one hand or both the hands. You just have to see for now. Now, once again, we bring the right hand at the top of our head where we had pressed and raise it just a few inches above from the top of our head and move it back and forth a few inches above. You see, from a particular place, you'll feel a cool breeze coming out and touching your palm. You can move it back and forth to see. It'll also be hot, you just have to watch it. Right hand back in our lap. See the same thing with our left hand. Left hand palm, just a few inches our fontanel bone area, and move it back and forth. See if there's a cool breeze. It will be a very minute, subtle sort of, but you look at it minutely. And the last step will put both the hands completely up towards the sky, elbows straight, palms open towards the sky, and push back our heads. Here we have to ask any one of these three questions three times. Any question three times. Mother, oh God, is this the Param Chaitanya, Brahma Chaitanya? Is this the power of love of God that does everything? Is this the divine energy, the cosmic energy? Any question three times. Bring back your hands back into your lap. Keep them open. Attention at the top of our head. And for a few seconds now, once again, we'll sit in meditation and enjoy the thoughtlessness that is coming. Slowly now, we can open our eyes and look at Shree Mataji's photograph. You can see that with our eyes open as well, right now there are no thoughts. This is the state of thoughtless awareness. This is the state of meditation. We'll bring our palms together in a namaskar and thank Shree Mataji and our Kundalini Mother inside for this blissful experience. For those of us who have recently joined us, I would request you to continue attending these sessions for a while, as sometimes it takes a while to really understand, establish this experience, and to get a clearer understanding of what all is being talked about here. Also, it is very important to meditate daily at home in the morning and in the evening. How to do that? There are several things to be learned in Sahaja. You can do that by joining the WhatsApp group. Link to the group is given in the YouTube chat, where we regularly try to put videos about various things to learn. Also, in the YouTube channel itself, there are short videos on how to protect yourself, how to cleanse with foot soap. It's a process we do daily to cleanse ourselves and various other things to learn about Sahaja Yoga. can do that by looking at the YouTube channel. Also, it is very important to go to collective meditation centers nearby. That is the only way to really grow and learn Sahaja Yoga. You can find out the nearest centers through the link given in the YouTube chat again. There are centers all across the country and the world now. Sahaja Yoga is being practiced across the globe, in almost all the nations. And can learn more and more by looking at Shree Mataji's lectures. Shree Mataji, during a lifetime, has given thousands of lectures in Hindi, English, and Marathi. Some of them have been curated for new seekers in another YouTube channel link given here in the YouTube chat. Once again, requesting you to attend the session for a while to really understand, establish the experience. Also, you can bring in more and more people whom you think may benefit from this. The sessions are daily thrice, one in the morning at 8 a.m., one in the afternoon at 4:15, the third one in the evening at 7:45 p.m. All of these sessions are in Hindi. Only this one session on Sunday morning we kept in English for seekers who requested to understand in English. Apart from this, we have one more session daily at 5:30 p.m. for seekers who have now understood the basics and get the Chaitan in their hands and want to go deeper into meditation. That is again happening at 5:30 p.m. every day where a large collective joins in. Thank you, everyone. As there are no questions today, we'll end this session here. Thank you, Shree Mataji. Jai Shri.